Well, folks, I'm back. Man, seem to get much done here lately. Been raining, so I've been doing other things inside. So, want to get on here. I see these things on YouTube where it says, what happens to your debt if the dollar collapses? Okay, what happens to your debt if, you know, the banks, fail, and what happens if, look, according to them and their laws, you're going to owe it. You're going to owe this debt. You're going to owe this. You're going to owe that. Seems funny, doesn't it? What happened to equal protection under the law and a bunch of other things we don't know about probably. But that's their laws. See, no matter what happens, you're going to get the short end of the stick all the time. That's because the lawless create the laws. Let me think about that. If the dollar goes to hell, you're still going to owe your debt. Dollar goes to hell with them. You didn't do this. See, this is what I keep getting on here, and I keep saying, you had no control, you had no say, nothing in the crap they're pulling. None. And 99% of what they do is lawless and illegal and unconscionable, all kinds of things in the first place. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, everybody's heard of Joe Bannister and, that other woman, the black lady that worked there too. I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. But everybody's heard of them. Well, maybe not. If you haven't, Joe Bannister, IRS special agent. She was too. I'm sure you're going to get hits on it. But anyways, everything they tell you is a lie. They're liars, okay? They come up with lies. They spew lies. They are a lie. The big lie is that they're special, and they're not. So don't buy into their bullshit. You see, there's going to come a time, and not just in this country, but worldwide, where the globalists, the elite, are going to sit there and demand that you become a slave, a serf to them, and they're going to take everything you got. Because it's legal. The law says, the law. Well, you're not a slave. You were not born a slave. God, Jesus, freed you of all sin. Past, present, and future sin. He died on the cross for you. He owned you before he died on the cross, but he died on the cross and paid for everything. You owe nothing to these people. Nothing at all. These people owe God. They owe Christ. They don't have the right to come in and make you a slave. They don't have the right to come in and take your stuff. They don't have the right, period. So you're going to take a few of these little turds and let them boss you around because they have some enforcers, a few enforcers. Now, yeah, when they gang up on you individually, yeah, you're outnumbered, sure you are. But if they gang up on a community, well, that's a whole other story. When they start ganging up on communities and other communities come in and help because you have agreements with them, kind of like they used to do, kind of like we have with the quote, the rest of the world, where we did have. You go pick on those people, you're going to pick on us. You pick on them, you're going to pick on us. You're going to have trouble with us. And that's the thing. When you have communities set up, if your community is under attack, another community or two or three come in and help. They don't have those numbers. What I'm getting at is you need community, you need like-minded people, and there's no reason to be giving your stuff to these people. They're liars, they're cheats, they've stolen your future, your children's future, and a whole bunch of other stuff with their irresponsibility, with their criminality. And they're being rewarded justly. I mean, really well for what they've done to turn you into a slave. They're being rewarded by Satan. Now, their reign won't last long, but my attitude about it is, well, if you can make it a little shorter, good. More power to you. See, it's time for men to stand up and be men. Should have started a long time ago, but you got passive. Yeah, you got passive. Apathetic, the whole 9 yards. Why? Look around you. Look at all the stuff you got. You're sitting pretty comfortable, aren't you? When they get done with you, you won't be. You see, they're ratcheting the screws down on you now with inflation and gas prices and your food prices and just housing prices. I mean, they're ratcheting it down. They're screwing it a little tighter, and it's going to get worse. Man, it's going to get worse and worse. And you're going to have to make a decision. Do I live like a slave? Do I abide by their bullshit? Because it's bullshit, people. It's lies. Oh, we got to be governed by laws and stuff. Just laws. Right. Just laws. Not their laws. They're not just. Like I said before, you know, when they say they respect the law, they don't respect you. Because their laws infringe upon your rights that are just written down on a piece of parchment paper. They're just written down. You had these rights before they were ever written down. Somebody decided, well, we'll just write them down. But they were there before that. And those rights they wrote down, they got so many more. You got rights. They don't end. Your rights don't end. Not on a piece of paper. Not anywhere. See, God created this planet, this earth, this world for us. All of us. Not a few. Not a few select, not some elite, all of us. He created it for the infirmed. People that can't get up and do anything. You know, the sick. He created it for them too. And he created us to help them and take care of them. That's what he created us for. To take care of each other. These sons of bitches that I'm talking about, they don't take care of nobody but themselves and their bank accounts. And they want to come and take your bank account and all your stuff too. See, stuff like that pisses me off. Bullies piss me off. Tyrants piss me off. I have no use for them, and I don't like them. And that's a normal reaction. I don't believe anyone should bully anyone, and I don't believe anyone should be a tyrant to anyone, and I believe people should say, excuse me, thank you, so on and so forth, and be cordial to one another and respectful to one another. And I don't care what's your age, your race, your sexual preference, your social status. I don't care any of that stuff. We should all be respectful to one another. Goes a long way, people. You didn't go out and start this fight. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. You got up every day to take care of yourself and your family, loved ones, friends, whatever. You got up every day to do this. You're doing what you should do, what God expects you to do. He doesn't expect you to sit back on your ass and do nothing. He expects you to stand up. He expects you to be a man. It talks about this in the Bible a lot. It talks about how no one can just walk into your house and take stuff. He talks about things like that. He talks about nobody can just walk in and take your life. He talks about that. Is there a reason why he talks about that? Yeah. Look what's going on. We're going to get a visit here. Yep, we're going to get a visit. Yep, right there. I know. I know. I know. I know. You're just shedding terrible right now. I know. At least you're not on my lap. You'll be on my lap in a minute. No, hang on here, boy. He doesn't like the fire, which he's smart. See? Just instinct. Instinct. Now he'll probably be on my lap. But anyways, I think y'all get my drift here. Because what's going to happen here is he's going to be up on top of my lap. I'm amazed he doesn't jump on my shoulders and knock my... Jesus, man. You just get done eating? Man. Yeah, I know. You're a good boy. So anyhow, you got a right to protect what's yours. You do. And when they sit there and say, oh, well, you borrowed this, you did that. Here he comes. I know. Don't burn yourself. Anyhow, folks, if you watch this long, you get to see Buddy. That's right. He's shedding. He's too big to be on my lap. You aren't you? Yes, you are. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah, I know. If I keep talking to you, you'll be up here all the way. I know. And this chair is not big enough for you and me. Okay? Now, you don't mind very well because you're too much of a dog. You run around outside everywhere, but you gotta get down, boy. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Now you stay over there. Don't. Don't. Here he comes again. I know. Okay, hop down, if you will. Good boy. It's hard to get things done. So, like I was saying, this is yours. This isn't theirs. It's all of ours. You know, they want to throw you out in the streets. Look at the homeless problems you have. A lot of those people are addicted to things and have mental problems and so on and so forth. And they should be taken care of to get better. You see, I mean, there's treatments for these people, and this is what we should be doing. We should be treating them, getting them back on the track, get them back to where they're, productive. I can't imagine, being stuck in some tent or homeless or whatever, and addicted to whatever they're addicted to, or have some mental issues, and no one wants to help you. What type of world is that? Not a world I want to live in. There's some people out there that actually try and do good, and then their faces are never seen or known or anything like that. One guy that does try to do that stuff is Jeremiah Babe. I don't know if you guys know him. If you don't, go to his YouTube channel. It's Jeremiah Babe. And he'll walk around and he'll meet with these people, talk to them, and he takes dog food and all that stuff. He's a good guy. He's trying. He's trying to help. There's a lot of people like him too. See, they're not the problem. They're the solution. They come in and they try to help people. And why don't we have people in government agencies that we pay for out there, trying to help these people, get information from them, and try to get them in places and help them? No, we'd rather piss off, hundreds of billions of dollars, if not trillions, in some bullshit wars that don't really have anything to do with us, and blow the shit out of people and kill them. Really? Wow. There's no excuse for this. None whatsoever. We when you was a little kid, well, not even a little kid, but mainly when you was a little kid, you had somebody that was taunt you and provoke you and ridicule you and crap like that. And then all of a sudden, one day you get mad and you punch them or knock them on the ground. And I was like, oh, why'd you do that to so-and-so? It's like, well, they've been doing that to me for a long time. They've been bullying me. Well, you can't take matters in your own hands. Well, yeah, sometimes you do. And I believe real simple. If someone does something to you, or a friend, loved one, someone that you care about, they didn't do it to the state. They didn't do it to the federal government. They didn't do it to any of those. They did it to you. You have a right to go take care of that matter. You, as you see fit, take care of that matter. Now, if you go back and watch some of my old videos, you'll hear all this stuff. And this is what I'm talking about. They set this system up and rigged it to where if things collapse, you're on the hook for it. You'll lose everything you got because of them, and then they'll just keep raking it in. You see those old westerns and stuff like that where the guy's sitting there and the big pot sitting there and he wins because he's cheating. And all of a sudden he reaches out there and he grabs it and he just pulls it all to himself. That's how they got the system rigged. Rigged. By their laws that they respect. Because you gotta have rules. You gotta have laws. Not for you, but for them. So you end up in a courtroom, you're gonna get things stacked against you. You end up in a courtroom, well, he's not going to allow, the judge ain't going to allow that in, they're not going to allow that in, the jury ain't going to hear about it, and the jury will be totally uninformed. They're uninformed already. Man, it is sad. I wonder how many people, if you actually took a poll, not a poll, but like a competency test to be a juror, I don't know if anybody even pass it. I mean a competency test. A real competency test on the law and how it works and how it should work and so on and so forth, including with the Bill of Rights and stuff. I don't know if I'd even pass something like that. But I'm talking about something that protects your rights. You should be able to pass a test like that before you become a juror. Because when you sit there and you're hearing the lawyer and you're hearing the lawyer and the judge and those people bringing stuff in and special witnesses and so on and so forth, you should be able to discern from all this and come up with your own without the judge, without me telling you this, and this, because you got it, you understand it. But the fact of the matter is, that probably would not be a jury of your peers. Why? Because that person would be smarter than you. He'd be smarter than me, probably. That's for sure. So you're judged on a jury of your peers. That's sad. Because a jury of your peers couldn't tell you who the first president was. Couldn't tell you who made the first flag. Who ran through the old streets there yelling the British are coming. I mean the Boston Tea. A whole bunch of stuff. They couldn't tell you the founding. No. Hell, they couldn't even tell you damn amendments. And these are the people that are sitting there judging you. It's like, really? Wow. Yeah, buddy. They can sure tell you how much they drank the night before, or whatever else, or what, stuff that wouldn't matter to you anyways. Yeah. So people, like I said earlier, this is stacked against you. They're just going to want to walk in and take your stuff. And men are going to have to become men. And by being a man, I don't mean being a bully. Real men aren't bullies. You know what real men do? Real men see somebody in trouble and they go help them. That's what real men do. You see somebody fall down and you don't go, ha, look at... No, you don't stand there and laugh, but you go over and help them up, make sure they're okay, help pick their stuff up. You just don't walk on by. Somebody has a problem with their car and they're sitting on the side of the road trying to change a tire or something, you stop and you try to give them a hand. That's what real men do. Your neighbor down the road, you don't even know who the hell they are, but then they live down the road a few miles, and they're having a problem. The house is on fire or something. You go down, you help clean the place up with them. You help try to get their life situated again. You got a few extra things sitting around, chairs, couch, whatever. Hey, you're more than welcome to it. Right. That's what real men do. Real men get involved and help. Lift up the community. Make it a better place. Don't hang out down in the bars and see how drunk they can get and get some beer muscles and run around going, oh, look at me, I got this, No. Real men are at home with the wife. The kids. If you don't have kids, well, he's at home. See, real men help out. That's what I'm talking about. Then when trouble comes, they don't back down. They don't run away. They don't run away. And that's when you've got a good woman standing behind you. What I mean by that, if your man's being overrun, she's right there behind you. She may be the one that changes and turns the tables. And that's the other thing. When shit like that starts happening, you got other men coming out of their houses, going, what the hell's going on here? Why are you doing this? Well, I get back in your house and say, damn, Ryan going nowhere. What the hell? Who the hell are you to tell me to get back in my house? Well, we're trying to... Dude, if anybody should leave, it's you. Because there's going to be more and more of us coming out in the street and you ain't going to like the outcome. Real men. You know? I mean, yeah. Oh, we're going to take his house, but he couldn't pay for his house. Where's he going to go live? Well, that's not our problem. Well, it is right now. Well, we got the law. I said, I don't give a shit about your laws. So that guy's got to have a roof over his head, some food in his belly, and you're going to come and take it from him. Make his life even a bigger hell than it already is. What's that say about you? The law? What's that say about you? Like I said before, they're lucky I'm not a sheriff of the county, because I'd kick the son of a bitch and feds out. They would be. If they went in my county, they're gonna have to talk to me. They better have a damn good reason to talk to me. And the other thing is too, is like, you know, your bankers come in and go, well, we're going to repossess that guy's house. Well, why don't you go talk to him first? Why don't you go see if you can work something out? Oh, we've already done that. We've already done this, already done that. Have you? Maybe you could find a job for the guy. I might be happy. Might be like, oh no shit, you give me a job? You mean you won't repossess my house, and I could make some money, and yeah, oh hell yeah. See, this country's all fucked up. They create this shit out of absolutely nothing, and absolutely nothing in thin air. It's debt. It's called notes. It's a sham. It's a lie. It's the wickedest thing you could ever imagine happening in the world. I mean, it's not silver. It's not gold. It's nothing. I mean, it's not even really paper anymore. They're trying to do away with that too. I mean, it's just some digits in a screen, and they just go, well, we need another, I don't know, $1 trillion. There it is on the screen. They come with all kinds of bullshit. You know, they can forgive student debt and a whole bunch of other stuff, but by God, well, when it comes to your house, fuck, you better get out of there. That's an asset. That's tangible. We can feel it. We can touch it. We can take it. It was all done in illegal ways anyways. Oh, you signed that note under fraudulent conditions. You never gave me all the information. You didn't tell me the truth to begin with. You haven't told me the truth from day one. You never told my parents the truth, or my grandparents the truth. He's back. So, anyways, I've rambled on long enough. I could do this for a long time, but all I'm saying is there's going to come a point in time in this country when all hell breaks loose. They're going to think they can come in and just take whatever they want from you because of the law. And what gets me is, I've talked about these executive orders before, especially farmers. I mean, their executive order, bullshit, totally unlawful, the whole 9 yards. Supreme Court should be disbanded. I mean, God, man, you talk about a bunch of cretins. They can just walk in there and take anything they want. They can take my fuel out of my barrels. They can take my cattle. They can take my grain. They can take anything they want. Sure, because, oh, we signed an executive order. The law says we can do this. Really? You got the calluses on your hands? You sweat your ass off getting that? Did you stay up nights and nights and nights to get it in the bins and get it into the fields and so on and so forth? No, you didn't do any of that, did you? You just came in and just took it. Like a bunch of creeps. A bunch of thieves. Oh, we're doing it for the... No, you're not doing it for the good of anybody but yourselves. Because you're lawless. And you're satanic. And you can't be trusted. And everything that comes out of your mouth's a lie. Everything you say is the opposite of what it really is. Democracy, freedom, and all that shit. No, that's the opposite. You're a slave. You're a slave. You're a piece of... You're cattle. You're something to be discarded. They don't even want you here. That's how evil and wicked they are. They sit here and talk about all these electric cars and this and that stuff, but turn your air conditioner down. Can't afford you to have that air conditioner running when it's 100, 120 out. Can't run your air. But by God, go buy an electric car that we can't afford for you to plug into the wall because we don't have the power for it. We don't have the grid for it. But turn that air conditioner down. See the lies and the deception. Costs more. It pollutes more to make these electric cars than it does just to run what you got. I'm not against electric cars. I think a lot of that technology is awesome, and I wish they'd keep doing things and getting better and better, because someday they're gonna have some breakthrough, and man, it's gonna be awesome. Hell, for all you know, they might have some solar panel that is so great and so wonderful, amplifies, the sun into this, into that. Hell, you might have the size of a cell phone that'll power your whole house. Yeah, they might come out with the technology like that, or something that you can't even fathom right now. There's a thing out there, a bill or something, and I heard about it. Something 51. But anyways, they go out and they buy up patents. Like, they've bought up over 6,000 patents. They have cars that would get over for like 400 miles to a gallon. They buy those patents up and they never see the light of day. Is that helping you? Is that taking your peak oil, which is all bullshit again? I mean, is Florida underwater? How about the coast? Is the coast underwater? If you look out there, the grass is awful green. Maybe if you're in a place where it's being burned up, maybe not. But what do you think CO2 does? It's like fertilizer. It's like fertilizer for plants. Plants love it. And these morons want to cut it out. Hell, you got places in this country where, Idaho, well, we can't, we just, water rights, you can't have them to grow these potatoes. They're already in the field, they're already starting to grow, but we're going to shut your water off, make it a crime for you to water your crop. And, tough shit. Wow. Really? Pretty amazing, isn't it? They didn't manage it right. I heard this a long time ago, that Newsom, a lot of this water and stuff that was supposed to be going in to irrigate plants and so on and so forth, I mean, the stuff we eat, the actual human consumption. They just left the damn levee doors open and just let that fresh water flow right out to the ocean. Yeah. That's where your Lake Mead and places like that went, out to the ocean, because they're going to make sure one way or another that you're dependent on them. You beg them because they've got you squeezed so tight. If you want anything, you got to beg for it, and you will beg so hard and you will accept being a slave. Yeah. You'll accept it. You'll beg for it. I've talked way too long. A lot of times I just want to keep the video shorter. Why? Most people never watch them. Most people want to just, watch 2, 3, 4 minutes and then click off. Go find some little girl putting her makeup on that's hardly got any clothes on, or watch some stupid skit thing that's just so ignorant and dumb. It's like man, you can't get that time back. And your IQ dropped for watching it. You can say the same thing for this. Your IQ drops for watching it. You walk away and you go, oh, man, I think I lost a few brain cells watching that guy. Son of a bitches. Y'all have a good one.